Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm going to be solving Wordle number 1207 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for October 8th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1207. I'm going to start with the word pound. Alright, got the O and N green. So I've placed these two letters like this. So I think there's got to be another vowel somewhere. It could be OI, but doing is gone. So it's less likely to be that. But I still have OA, but I don't see where this is going. So the remaining vowel is probably at the end. For example, NE. Let's try born. Okay, never mind. So, Could it be OINT ending? For example, joint. I know point is gone, but joint is an available option. Or if there's no A's or I's, or not another O, there could be a Y. There could be a Y at the end. But I'm not sure how likely that's gonna be. Or it could be double O. But I'm just gonna guess joint, because, well, although J is it's definitely not a commonly used consonant. This is this one of the only words that I can think of. So let's guess joint. And the Wordle answer is indeed joint. There we go. So you're actually very lucky today. Because after I spotted the OINT pattern, I could only see the word joint. Because point was no longer available. And I thought that other patterns were less likely to be the Wordle answer. So that's how I guessed today's Wordle answer, joint, in 3 tries. Very satisfied, I'll definitely take that. So yeah, this is Wordle number 1207. After I'm done with this, let me move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is October 8th, 2024. So let's start today's hard difficulty Sudoku. These fours force the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 5. These fours point right, and this cell sees another 4. These 9s point left to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 7. This 9 points left, and this 9 points up. So in block 1, the digit 9 is forced into row 3. 9s here, with these 9s, force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2. This 1 points left. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into row 9, and then these ones point right. These 4s point down. Okay, this 3 points up and this 3 points right. So in block 2, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. And then these 3s point right, this cell sees another 3. We have these 3s forcing the digit 3 into one of these two cells in block 5. This 3 points left and this 3 points down. So in block 4, the digit 3 is forced into row 4, which eliminates 3 from this cell. Because I just found out that in block 4, the digit 3 is guaranteed to go into one of these two cells, and no matter which one it goes into, this cell cannot contain a 3 because it sees both of these two cells. So all of these 3s force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5. The missing digits of block 2 are 2, 5, and 7. This cell sees 2, so it's 5 or 7 only, and because this cell cannot contain a 2, but 2 is still a missing digit of block 2, the digit 2 in block 2 is forced into column 5. No immediate effects, but that is good to know. It's good to bear in mind. So yeah. This 6 points down and this 6 points left. So in block 8, the digit 6 is forced into row 9, and then these 6's point left, and this cell sees another 6. These 6's point right. The missing digits of row 8 are 1, 4, 5, and 7. This cell sees 1 and 4, so it can only contain either 5 or 7. This cell sees 1, so it's 4, 5, or 7. And this cell sees 4 and 5, so it's 1 or 7 only. And I didn't actually mean to... Well, I didn't actually see this before I marked this down, but it just appeared. There is a 5-7 pair in column 4. As you can see, in column 4, the digits 5 and 7 are missing. And we have these 5 open cells left in this column. And these two open cells only contain 5 and 7. These two cells only contain these two digits, 5 and 7. The keyword is only. The only combinations are 5, 7 like this, or the other way, 7, 5. And no matter what, 5 and 7 cannot go into the other open cells in this column, because in Sudoku we cannot have empty cells. In Sudoku, we do not want empty cells whatsoever. We can't leave cells empty. So in order to avoid empty cells, we have to keep both 5 and 7 into these two cells, because no other digits can go into these two cells, and only 5 and 7 can go into these two cells. So it's either 5, 7 or 7, 5 to avoid empty cells. We have to keep these two digits into these two cells. So this 5, 7 pair eliminates 5 and 7s from all other open cells in this column, which makes the other 3 open cells in this column a triple of 2, 6, and 8. 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 8. Alright. So most importantly, this cell now cannot contain a 5 because I just said that I have to keep 5 in either one of these two cells because of the 5-7 pair. And this cell sees both of these two cells. This cell cannot contain a 5. So these 5s force the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 5, and these two cells form a 4-5 pair. As you can see in block 5, the digits 4 and 5 are missing, and these 4s and 5s force both 4 and 5 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So in order to fit both 4 and 5 into block 5, these two cells would have to be reserved for 4 and 5, because the only combinations are 4-5 or 5-4. This 4-5 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, because they can only contain 4 or 5. Or I should say, they're reserved for 4 and 5, because 4 and 5 cannot go elsewhere. So yeah. Now, 7 cannot go into these two cells, and 7 is eliminated from these two cells because of this pair. And the 7 also points right. So in block 7, in block 5, the digit 7 is forced into row 5. These ones force the digit 1 into one of these two cells in block 5, because this cell cannot contain a 1. It's in the 4-5 pair. Okay, these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 5, and this cell also cannot contain 9 because of the 4-5 pair. So these two cells now form a 1-9 pair. It's basically the same logic as this 4-5 pair. Basically, in block 5, the digits 1 and 9 are missing, and these 1s and 9s force both 1 and 9 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. Remember, 1 and 9 cannot go into this cell because it's a part of the 4-5 pair. So, in order to fit both 1 and 9 into block 5, the only combinations are 1-9 or 9-1. So either way, this 1-9 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, meaning that this cell cannot contain 7 anymore. So that means 7 in block 5 is forced into this cell, which makes the cell either 2, 6, or 8. Okay, after I place the 7, 7 in these two cells are eliminated. I can force the digit 7 into this cell in block 2, which makes this cell a 5. 1, 4, and 7 are the missing digits of row 8. The missing digits of row 2 are 1, 5, and 6, where this cell sees both 5 and 6. So this cell is forced to be a 1, leaving a 5, 6 pair in the other two open cells, but actually this cell also sees a 5. So I can place the 6 and 5 like this to complete row 2. These 6s force the digit 6 into one of these two cells in block 6, and these 5s point down. Okay, 2 in this cell's eliminated because of this 2-5 pair. Oh yeah, this 2-5 pair eliminates 2s and 5s from all other open cells in this column, because they're guaranteed to be up here. So no other open cells in this column can contain 2 or 5, because they see them up here. So this cell ends up being a 4, because 5 is eliminated, and this one is a 5. This cell is for 6 or 8 only. Oh, this cell cannot contain a 2, because 2s are here. Oh, these two cells now form a 6-8 pair. Interesting. Oh, well, these 3 cells also form a triple of 2, 4, and 7. You could have just seen it by looking at column 6, without having to swap the 6-8 pair, because 1-9 pair makes these 3 open cells a 2-4-7 triple for this column. Okay, in row 6, 2 is a missing digit. This cell sees 2. This cell, well, these two cells cannot contain 2, because earlier I found out, right? And this cell also sees another 2. But 2 still has to go somewhere in row 6. So in this row, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, because all other open cells in this row see another 2, and this cell is the only open cell available for 2 in this row, so it is forced into this cell. And then these 2's point down, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 9, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. And now in this triple, these two cells see another 2, so 2 is forced into this cell. As you can see, well, you might have noticed that this 2 removed one of the 2 possibilities for 6 in block 6. So I can just immediately make this cell a 6. Or you can just say that these 6's force the digit 6 into this cell in block 6 after 2 occupy this cell. 6 is eliminated from this cell. Okay, so, wow, this cell is actually no, it's a 4. I'll explain why. First, mark down all digits 1 through 9 and eliminate the ones that the cell cannot contain one by one. This cell, does it see 1? When I say C, I mean that digit is already in the same row, column, or block as the cell. So this cell sees or cannot contain 1, because we know that in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into row 9. which eliminates 1 from this cell. Or you could have just said that in row 8, the digit 1 it is guaranteed to go into one of these two cells, which eliminates 1 from the cell. So anyway, this cell cannot contain 1. It also sees 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 from this 6-8 pair, and 9. So the only digit that the cell does not see is 4. So the cell must be a 4. Because I have to put a digit into this cell to avoid empty cells. We cannot have empty cells. So I must fit a digit into this cell, but cannot be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it must be a 4, because 4 is the only digit. It's the only possible digit which can go into this cell. So I must make this a 4. Alright, so now in row 8, these two cells cannot contain 4, so the digit 4 is forced into this cell, which makes this a 7. These 3 cells contain 3, 5, and 8 as the other missing digits of block 9, but this cell sees 3 and 5. So the other 3 open cells are for 3 and 5, and this cell is an 8. 4 in this cell is now eliminated. I can force the digit 4 into this cell in block 3, and then this 4 removed one of the two possibilities for 3, so I can immediately place 3 into this cell. Or you can just say that these 3's forced the digit 3 into this cell in block 3. This cells for 1 or 7 to complete this column, but sees 1. So I can make this 7, 1, 7. 4 in this cell is now eliminated. I can force the digit 4 into this cell in block 7, followed by the 6 into this cell, because the 6th from this pair points left, and this cell, and this 6 points down. So this cell must be a 6. And this cell's for 3 or 5 for this row, and down here also 1, 3 or 5, but this cell sees 5. 1 and 8 are the missing digits of block 3, and also for column 8. Okay, these 7s force the digit. What am I saying? Okay, sorry. These 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 6. These 7s point up, and this cell sees another 7. So in block 1, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. These two cells are for 2 and 5, because in row 1, there are 4 open cells left, but there is a 1-8 pair. So the other two open cells in this row are for 2 and 5, but this cell sees a 2. So I can make this 5, 2, 5. The missing digits of row 3 are 2, 8, and 9. This cell sees 9, so it's 2, 8. This cell sees 8, so it's 2, 9. This cell sees, it sees 2, so it's 8 or 9. 1, 8, and 9 are the missing digits of column 3. Okay, this cell now sees a 1, and yeah, it now sees 1 and 5, so I must make this a 3, making this like 5, 1, and over here 3 and 5, 5 and 3. Okay, these 3's force the digit 3 into this cell in block 4. The missing digits of column 1 are 2, 6, and 8, where these two cells see another 6, and 6 still has to go somewhere in column 1. So in column 1, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, as this cell is the only cell available for 6 in this column, which leaves a 2, 8 pair, and this is 2 or 9 for this column, and there is a 2, 8 pair in row 4, because these two open cells only contain 2 digits, 2 and 8. So in order to avoid empty cells, the only combinations are 2, 8 or 8, 2. We can't, well, we have to keep both 2 and 8 into these two cells. So this 2, 8 pair eliminates 8 from the other open cells in this row, making this like 1, 8, 1. This cell now sees 1, so it's 9, 8 to 9, following the markings around. This is A1 to complete this column. 2 points right. This I'll now C6, so yeah, 8, 6, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in 17 minutes and 16 seconds. So I'd say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. It's quite straightforward. I'll go over the key spots, but yeah, there really are not many. So I feel like the 5-7 pair in column 4, yeah, the 5-7 pair in column 4 was the most important one, I would say. Well, if you really want to progress and not get stuck, the 5-7 pair in column 4 is what you need to spot. So, that led to that helped form the 4-5 pair in block 5. After I found the 5-7 pair in column 4, I could get this 4-5 pair in block 5, which also formed another 1-9 pair. Yeah. And after this 4-5 pair and 1-9 pair was found in block 5, I could place this 7 and make an effect on block 2. So I think this chain reaction was the most key spot for this Sudoku puzzle. And also for other key spots, I think include the single 4 in block 9, the single 4 at the intersection of row 9 and column 9. The most bottom right for this one. So yeah, I think these are the key spots. I don't really recall any other tricky spots, so if I missed any, feel free to leave a comment down below. Or, if you have any other questions or difficulties, definitely feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and of course I'll try my best to do so. Hopefully this video helped. Today is October 8th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1207 and today's New York Times Hard Sudoku. See you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!